Hello friends and allies, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm gonna show you my journey on my EK from level 50 to 550. And this path has been made by duo hunting pretty much the whole way with fearless invigilatress. And to remember is that this video, or not this video, but much of the hunting was made by pre-balancing. And also, as you can see on the floor, during the time of this, floor reset didn't exist. But anyways, let's start with the video. So, let's talk general about my path on the EK. I started the EK with 100 in sword fighting and level 50. That's why when I started the journey with my ED on our way. Or the reason why we started playing an EK ED was because of the time we were in war on Epoca, and we were losing the war, and we were unable to hunt on our mains on the retro server to the extent we wished to. So therefore we had some level 50s which we decided to start hunting, and we decided to duo hunt the whole way together. So I started with 100 in sword fighting. We were playing pretty much always with Prey and pretty much almost with XP boost. We always had the best imbues, and as you can see in this Falcon video, we were level 340 with full Falcon set and Gnome set on the ED. And ED always had pretty good magic level. It was like level 200 with magic level 100 or something similar to that. From level 50 to 100 we were doing Carling cults, sometimes solo and sometimes duo, because there were better spawns for fearless to go like Mino Entrance and Virms and Mother of Scarab Slayer. So we decided to solo pretty much from level 50 to 100. The main spawn for... we actually didn't start going duo hunting until level 217 fully, because Barkless were so good for the EK. So we were pretty much hunting on our own paths, and the EK was running off in levels because Barkless were so good. And Lava Lurkers wasn't really known during that time actually. So we made some stops of going walls at the early level, but also going Hero Cave, Oramond West, Gloof Tower, and some Fairist Russia. From level 217 we decided to go duo hunting full time. We were going walls together, and at level 240 we decided to start going Nightmare Island, and we went in Nightmare Island to level 320. And Russia we started in 285 and then went to 320 as well. We were swapping between Nightmare Island and Russia. And I think we were a little bit scared about Russia for I don't really know why we decided to go Russia so late, because when we realized that Russia was both safer and better profit, we started going there a lot more. In level 320 we started going duo hunting in Falcons, and boy was that a crazy spawn. We were doing crazy exp and even profit. But we needed to play with a lot of imbues. Me personally, I had 7 imbues, which were a lot of focusing on protection. We're having energy and earth protection on the equipment, and even forced to use a prismatic ring and prismatic necklace to be able to survive in this spawn. And one of the benefits was both of us were always playing with praise. So when I got defense praise or damage praise, or the ED got damage praise, this place got really safe even in level 320, but it's also dependent on the equipment which you are wearing. But being here in level 320 and pulling crazy exp really made leveling these characters rather fast, or really freaking fast. From level 320 to 440 I only died on my EK one time, and this was in pull number 1. And as you can see, the druid isn't even in the picture. And the reason for that was in pull 1 we were talking like how far should the ED go south and how slow should the EK go to north, pulling it down. And to make some conclusion was that we were not in an agreement until I died. And you know when it gets this bad blood between each other because one of you guys died. This is one of the cases where like we didn't talk to each other for like 10 minutes. I was like a little bit grumpy because he was like, you were going too fast, and I said you're going too slow, and that's why I died. But in level 396 we tried to change spawn to skeletons, but when we tried it we realized it were going to be too hard and that I needed to have defense prayed, so we deemed it not worth it to go skeleton at that moment. So we continued on with the falcons until level 440, and then we started going skeletons on full time, which were really nice profit and exp. And when we had the right imbues with backpack imbues, we were able to do a full hunt of 2 hours in there when we reached the higher levels. And from 550 to 570 we took that during one double exp pretty much here in Isavi puzzle. And this was we didn't really feel like playing the EK ED anymore, and especially with the nerf to skeletons, that was the last knife to the coffin, and we haven't played EK and ED since the nerf of skeletons, and we are not playing the characters at all anymore, unfortunately. I'm going fire spot once in a while, maybe once every month, but that is it, not duo hunting anymore. So how will I level a character today? What we did was that we were sharing a falcon set actually, and that made it possible to buy the equipment at level 300. And I will always play with the best imbues to make sure you die as little as possible, and praise is really cheap. And for charms I recommend that you get dodge as soon as possible, since it will enable you to play much safer. So how will I level today if we were to be duo hunting? Because of the balancing you can't really hunt the same way as we were doing before. So from level 50 to 100 if it were to duo hunting and not solo hunting, we will go hero cave, and then from 100 to 150 lava lurkers, and then from 150 to 300 it will most likely be Geyser Spectres, and maybe in the beginning you will be in a need of a defense prey, maybe. And from that, from 300 to 500, the most likely will be Flimsy or Russia. And on the way, I think you will go Ripper Spectre and other Spectres, Nightmare Island, and you'll go the Deeplings as well, just checking out different things and getting the charms. But as you can see in the list, this will be my main spawns to be going, and then I will go the other spawns as well for some extra charms. And once you take level 500, I think Cobra -1 will be one of the better spawns to go. So now I have showed you how I leveled my MS from level 50 to 500, and also my RP. And I also showed you how I were to be duo hunting and as an EK ED from level 50 to 500. And I think hunting as an EK these days, solo hunting, is really demotivating. It's really pushing a lot of manas, and by hunting solo hunting is not fun at all. And duo hunting was pretty much shit on during the pre-balancing, which were really sad for me personally, because I think duo hunting is one of the funniest things to do. And by nerfing both skeletons and falcons, duo hunting isn't really good anymore. Deepling may be an option, or even Russia or Flimsy or Cobras, but it's not the same as skeletons was. I think the nerf of skeletons were uncalled for, or at least to the degree. Maybe a little nerf would have been nice, but not to the extent that it was nerfed actually. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.